Well, now that the House has passed the coronavirus stimulus package and President Trump is set to sign it any moment now, small businesses are eagerly awaiting economic relief. I do want to bring in former small business advisor to President George W. Bush, Kereakos Zuras. Hi, Kereakos. Thanks for coming on the show today.
Hi, Greta. Thanks for having me.
This relief bill is, of course, huge, $2.2 trillion. And how much, though, will it help small businesses specifically across the country?
Well, it's going to help small businesses a lot because right now small businesses are struggling. You know, small businesses, there's 22 million small businesses in the United States right now. They're responsible for 39% of the GDP. 52% of all sales are made in America by small business, and right now they're hurting. They're laying people off. People are asked to stay at home and not participate in economic activities, and it's hurting a lot of businesses. They can't meet their payroll. They can't pay the rent. They can't pay utilities. It's not good.
A key part of the legislation that we've heard President Trump focusing on is the direct cash payments to Americans. How will that specifically help the U.S. economy amid this self-induced shutdown?
I think that's going to help a little bit, but the amounts of money I think, are not significant enough to really make a difference. I think what we're going to have is landlords and businesses giving tenant relief, delayed rents, utilities, allowing you to pay late until everybody gets caught up, because it's a very generous move. It's going to help, but I don't see this ending anytime soon. I think it's going to last into June, in my opinion, and it's going to take a long, long time to recover. So it's going to take a lot of things to go into place, but obviously that's a big help. But hopefully businesses will also, big corporations and other businesses will give some relief to their tenants and their employers.
Before the bill's passage, Democrats had raised concerns about the $500 billion portion of aid for industries hurt by the outbreak. The Trump administration, though, has defended that funding. Why is it important to help industries like airlines that are being hit hard by the coronavirus?
Well, first of all, the Democrats spin this like they're giving them free money. They're not. If we loan them money, it's a loan. It's not a give away the free money. And they're going to have to pay it back, and they're going to take a stake in the business. These big businesses, these airlines, these cruise lines, all these things we're talking about, they employ a lot of people. There's tens, hundreds of thousands of people that are employed by these companies, and they need help. The help isn't going to the CEOs. It's not going to the company. It's going to help them keep their employees employed while we get through this crisis. And that's why it's important.
In addition to the direct cash payments that are going to Americans, this bill does also expand unemployment insurance, providing employers a much larger payment that they would normally receive under unemployment, and also expanding unemployment to apply to some different employees who wouldn't always qualify. How important is that when we're looking at trying to maintain the economy here from completely crumbling as we wait for this to pass?
Well, you know, the big question was why $600 is too much. The problem is that all throughout the states, these systems are antiquated. They're 20, 30 years old, and they couldn't come up with something that could sift and sort things, so they came up with a number that would work. And unfortunately, under these trying circumstances, with the amount of time that we have, which is very little, and we have to move quickly, that's why they did that. And extending that's really going to help, because a lot of these businesses that are closed right now are not going to reopen. For example, I would estimate that 50% of all the food service businesses that are closed are not going to ever reopen again. And that's going to put people out of work, and they're going to have to find new work and new jobs, and we really don't know how long that's going to take, and I don't know what the everlasting impact is going to be. It's not going to be good, and it's going to last a long time.
All right, Kereakos Zuras, former small business advisor to George W. Bush, joining us to talk about the coronavirus stimulus bill passed by Congress and set to be signed by the president any moment now. Thanks so much for coming on the show today.
Thanks for having me. Thank you very much.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.